Hello everyone. We the students of IIIT Nagpur made a project on estimation of crime prediction using KNN algorithm of machine learning. Since we had to apply KNN algorithm on our data set, we first created a heat map using SNS. This heat map depicted another sub-data set which had only the main attributes like day, act and crime. From this heat map, it is clear that Act 323 aka violence occurs frequently during month end. Our training set has 80% of data, whereas testing set has 20% of data. After calculating RMSE and MAE values, we generated their graphs. The green curve represents proposed data, and the red curve represents previous data. After doing many modifications, we were able to achieve MAE value as 0.0064, RMSE value as 0.0802, and finally the KNN score as 0.9951. We will now take a look at the code. A simple but powerful approach for making predictions is to use the most similar historical example to the new data, which is the principle behind KNN. In this video, we will use crime prediction dataset. It involves predicting the type of crime. Let's say Act 379 as robbery, Act 13 as gambling, Act 279 as accident, Act 323 as violence, Act 302 as murder, Act 363 as kidnapping, on the basis of place, position, date and time. Now let's take a look at the code. We need to start by importing the libraries such as pandas as PD, numpy as np, matplotlib as plt, seaborn as s. We need to import our dataset which is stored in data.csv file. To confirm whether it's imported or not, let's print the dataset. Now let's analyze the data. Here we have date and time as string of numbers. Since string can't be used in numeric solutions, we convert timestamp to numerical values. Here we are printing all the data types of respective columns of dataset. We confirm this conversion by printing the dataset of converted values again. This is the dataset that we got. After that, we plotted heat map using SNS from seaborn library which we imported previously. From previous dataset, we have created new dataset having only 3 parameters: day, act, and frequency of crime as shown here. Now, we will import the dataset to plot the heat map using this block of code. Heatmap1.data is our variable. We labeled our parameters of our dataset for required constraints of heat map, taking values as frequency, index of days, and columns as act. SNS.heatmap function takes 2 parameters. First one is heatmap1_data and cmap, which is used for color of heatmap. The next step was to train and create KNN model. In real world, you select a subset of features that plays greatest role. For simplicity, we will here check their corresponding importance by this algorithm. We import extra trees classifier from sklearn to calculate importance of features. After that, we calculate x and y values, which analyzes our dependent variable as day, hour, week, longitude and latitude, and independent variables as type of crime such as gambling, kidnapping, etc. In this block of code, we created and trained the KNN model. For this purpose, 80% of the dataset was given to train the data and 20% of the dataset was given for testing the data, while keeping random state as 50. We created instance of KNN classifier keeping number of nearest neighbor as 3. Now you might wonder why we selected k value as 3. We did this based on elbow method which generates optimum value of k by plotting k versus error rate graph. By observing the following error rates, we chose k value as 3. As you can see, the KNN score that we got for test data came out to be 0.988. and the KNN score for train data came out to be 0.989. To calculate train RMSE and test RMSE, we imported many libraries from sklearn such as metrics, mean square error, and mean absolute error. Mean absolute error was calculated by using y-test and test spread. Test spread was calculated from the above block of code. Same goes for mean square error. The final values that we got for MAE was 0.00375 and RMSE was 0.06129. We created a list of RMSE values corresponding to K values and The same was done for creating array of MA values as well. Further, using both the arrays, we plotted two graphs using matplotlib function. Our first graph was RMSE versus K value, and the second one was MA versus K value. The x-axis we took as K value, and the y-axis we took as root mean squared error. In the second graph, x-axis was taken as K value, and the y-axis was taken as mean absolute error. With this, we conclude our explanation of the project. Thank you.